Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm not going to be doing a video with Geeky Sparkles right now. She is busy trying to cover D23 for piratesandprincesses.net. So if you hear the keyboard clicking away in the background, that is Geeky frantically trying to keep up with all the Disney news that's being vomited. So we're going to talk about something that's not Disney. We're going to talk about Multiversus, which is an online video game. And it features a lot of Warner Brothers characters, a lot of Cartoon Network characters, and it features the Scooby-Doo gang. But apparently it's problematic. Problematic that Velma called the cops on other players. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that current year, so they had to change it. Velma no longer calls the police. She calls the Mystery Machine, even though the Scooby gang often called the police. But that was back in the 60s and 70s when things weren't as problematic as they are now. Anyway, we're going to talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, greatly appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And speaking of support, you guys have been amazing. Crimson Wren is over $51,000 with 2 weeks left on the clock. There's a woohoo. There it is from across the room with over, almost 2 weeks left. Almost 2 weeks left on the clock on Indiegogo. I'm going to put a link in the comments if you want to back this hardcover full-color graphic novel written by Geeky and myself, drawn by Jose Garcia. And I've gotten some of the latest pages, some of the last pages of this book, and my God, it's some beautiful stuff. You guys are going to be real happy, I think, when you get these books. So let's talk about this. Multiversus, I was vaguely aware of. Now, I don't play Multiversus. I am aware of what it is. It's basically like a Smash Brothers, as I understand it, with a bunch of Warner Brothers characters, online play, and of course the Scooby Gang. But we can't have Velma calling the police potentially on LeBron James, which apparently she could do. People were having a fit over this. Well, by people, I mean Polygon. Polygon was having a fit over this, The Verge, the usual outlets. So this is coming from PC Gamer. Multiversus removes the police from Velma's special move. The big brain of the Scooby Gang won't call the police on opponents anymore. The Multiversus patch went live yesterday, taking the game to version 1.02, making a number of big and small changes to the game, and one that's particularly interesting because it's so seemingly odd. Velma, the big brain of the Scooby Gang, will no longer call the police after solving a mystery. Velma's passive in Multiversus enables her to generate evidence when she lands attacks that she can pick up during a fight. Once she's accumulated enough, she can call the police, who will come rolling in and arrest the opposing player. It's her ultimate ability, basically a splashy payoff that can guarantee a kill if an enemy team does nothing. It looks like this. Let's see Velma call the police. All right. Did LeBron do it? I don't know. There's the cops. Oh my God. She's calling the cops on LeBron James, and they're hauling LeBron James off to jail. That would never actually happen. LeBron James wouldn't go to jail, would he? So we can't have that current year. As of yesterday, it's no longer the case as described in the 1.02 patch notes. Instead of calling the police, Velma now solves the mystery and calls the Mystery Inc. gang, and the Mystery Machine takes the bad guys away. They take them away. No reason for the change was given. Oh, we know why. We're going to talk about the Polygon version of this. It's fair to say that the image of Velma calling the cops on her opponents under false pretenses, no less, because she tells them it's actually Old Man Jenkins, is at the very least uncomfortable at a time when police abuse and criminality amidst almost complete impunity from consequences are coming under increasing public scrutiny. This is especially so when she's facing black men like LeBron James, which bears many similarities to real-world incidents. What incidents could we be talking about? It did not go unnoticed by the Multiversus community.
Duh.
So now here's the Scooby Gang showing up. Aside from a different hitbox, Velma's move is functionally identical following the patch, but instead of the police showing up, the Mystery Machine arrives, takes the opponent away. Ant with No Pants on Reddit addressed the issue with a brief post that says, as far as I'm concerned, that puts the matter to bed quite handedly. The Scooby Gang literally stopped rich people from screwing over the poor for funsies, they wrote. I'll deal with them any day over the cops. Interestingly, most of the reaction on social media seemed to focus not on the socio-political element of the change, but on how it will impact gameplay. Like, most gamers care about the gameplay. Most gamers care about gameplay. They probably weren't even paying attention. This would be Polygon, Reddit, The Verge. They were the ones who were ass mad about Velma calling the cops on LeBron James. The game director said on Twitter that swapping the police with a mystery machine is both a buff and a nerf. The larger size of the mystery machine compared to the police car means it's more likely to hit enemies, but also more likely to be hit. Yeah, so let's go out to Polygon. This is where all the drama took place, because I'm trying to find a lot of outrage on Twitter, and I didn't see anything. And I've actually been kind of following Cartoon Network news and Scooby-Doo news because I'm waiting for the Velma series to get axed. In fact, there's been a lot of talk about all these Cartoon Network shows getting chopped, the ones that they think aren't going to perform, or getting outsourced. And Velma, the trademark, apparently has been dropped. There are several places that have confirmed that they dropped the trademark for Velma. So apparently they're not moving forward with a Mindy Kaling's very, very adult version of Velma. I think it's brand damaging, but who the hell knows? Who knows? They might just, ship it off to Netflix or something. But here's Polygon. Velma from Scooby-Doo will no longer call the cops on folks in Multiversus. The mystery machine comes to the aid instead. So 2 paragraphs in, not even 2 paragraphs in, a police car rolls up on Velma's victim, throws him in the back seat, and attempts to drive them off stage. Is that a funny idea and concept? Of course it is. Is it funny in practice to watch a cop car roll up and start wreaking havoc in the year 2022 in a game with black characters, including real-world people like LeBron James? Not so much. Oh, here we go. Because it's a Polygon article, guys.
I can't even with this shit. I'm trying to do this story, and all I hear is you, and I'm just like, this is stupid.
Me or the story, or both?
The story. These people just need to get an effing grip. It's ridiculous.
In America, police distrust is at an all-time high, with some cops finally facing punishment for criminal actions committed on duty, and many more getting away with obvious abuses of power because they wear the badge. It's clear now to many Americans, although this has long been obvious to marginalized and oppressed folks in this country, that the police are not the good guys they're depicted as in shows like Scooby-Doo. It's with that slow but steady cultural shift in mind that some Multiversus players winced at the choice to have Velma call the cops. A small group of fans even started a petition to remove the cops. All 2 of them to remove the cops from Velma's ability and replace it with the mystery machine, and that's what they did. In Thursday's patch, the notes included this bit about Velma's passive ability. Instead of calling the police, Velma solves the mystery and calls the Mystery Inc. gang, and the mystery machine takes the bad guys away to jail. How do we know they're not going to get prison raped? We have no idea.
That's a different game.
That's a totally different game. There's some art for that, I'm sure. This change may seem small, but it takes away some gloom from an otherwise silly ability while still keeping its charm. Instead of the heat rolling in to do God knows what to Jake the Dog, LeBron James, or Steven Universe, Fred and Daphne. Wait, what? Wait, Jake the Dog. Okay, since when is Jake the Dog black? Since when is Steven Universe black? Coded black.
Sorry, I got back.
Oh my God. When the police roll up to shoot Jake the Dog in the head for barking at them.
Wait, what?
Because the police, sometimes they shoot dogs that are barking.
Wait, that's not the article, is it?
No, I'm saying that. I'm trying to figure out why Jake the Dog would be afraid of the cops.
Confused. Anyway, I'm back. I'm shutting up. I was very confused.
Oh, God. Fred and Daphne simply runs over to them in their hippie van. Same result, committed by fun cartoon characters instead of armed state employees. As the petition calls out, police aren't necessary to Multiversus gameplay or even the in-game spectacle of a character calling a whole-ass car to do their bidding. Yeah, but see, that was fun. That was like Streets of Rage. You'd call the cops. Well, you were cops. You were cops in Streets of Rage, and you'd call more cops with bazookas to blow the bad guys up. Because that's exactly what happens in real life.
Yep.
Cops with bazookas.
On the street all the time.
Cops with bazookas, you just call them up on your cell phone, say, hey, get over here and blow this guy up. And that's exactly how it works, especially if you're another cop. And actually, one of the characters that can call the cops to blow up the bad guys is a black guy. you can call the cops to blow up everybody. So anyway, that was 1991. We were a lot more progressive back then. As the petition calls out, the police aren't necessary to the gameplay. So it's nice to see Player First Games work to improve an issue that inadvertently sends the wrong message to players and makes a group of fans uncomfortable while playing an otherwise silly cartoon fighting game. Come the hell on. Come the hell on. People were like, yeah, they also had people robbing stores and people doing other crimes. I mean, come on. There were like 5 people. How many people actually signed this damn petition? 34 people. 34 people signed a petition to get them to change the cop car to the mystery machine, and they did it.
So 2 people and 32 other accounts.
I couldn't even find anything on Twitter. I was trying to find stuff on Twitter about it, and it's all news articles talking about this. And nobody cared. Like, I didn't even know it was a thing. They got tired of Velma calling the cops on LeBron. Like, come on. So anyway, there you go, guys. This is the state of modern gaming. Basically, anything that could potentially piss off Twitter current year, they preemptively change it because 34 people were very angry about Velma calling the cops on LeBron James. I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.